executive that we'll have. After that, we'll have an open discussion, Q&A interaction between the panelists and the participants. After that, we'll having a closing remarks, and then we'll have photo sessions, and we'll make sure to share lunch and network before everybody can go home. Does that sound good, or should we change something? No, we are talking about decision making. This is a decision making process right here. You should take your shot and see if we can change something. So today we're talking about democracy, and we're going to discuss about the role that each one of us in this room has. I'm very sure different people who will talk will take you through processes of what democracy is and what we hear when we talk about human rights and the important role of the youth. We're going to focus on what we call a changing era and how we have all been affected by what is happening globally, and lessons we are learning as Rwandans, and the role that we are going to play into helping our country to get better and have a more resilient and sustainable future. I won't take long. I will ask the director, my boss, to come and give his remarks. Thank you.
Thank you, Tricia. I think we are colleagues. If you say that I'm your boss, people might think that I'm a dictator, or maybe fear me. So we are colleagues at work. Good morning. Your Excellency, Ambassador Beromo from the European Union delegation in Rwanda, co-party organizations at the Rwanda Governance Board, who is representing the CEO, Dr. Yusta, Dr. Eric Ndushabandi, civil society colleagues, youth, my fellow staff, ladies and gentlemen. For the society to grow and develop sustainably, it must be hinged on democratic values, where citizens are meaningfully and constructively engaged in both development and implementation of policies, as well as citizens-centered programs. As a country, we know that the lack of this leads to events, values, which has seen political and now with the policy. The policy is to deliberate on youth participation and processes so that youth can realize their participation in civic processes. Today, as we observe the making processes can be able to drive the development by themselves. I know most people say that youth are the leaders of tomorrow because they know that tomorrow never comes, and tomorrow keeps being tomorrow. So, but youth are the leaders of today. So the young people need to be part and parcel of the decision-making process. Having said that, youth also need to be empowered so that they can be able to utilize the spaces they have. The world is confronting with skills. Therefore, as we gather here today, it is upholding the rule of law, since, as never again with other partners, we shall continue to engage in dialogue on how to strengthen youth participation in decision-making with focus on equipping youth with skills to resist future catastrophes. Allow me to welcome you all at this reflective national youth dialogue, through which we'll get to share, learn, and explore how best to uphold democratic values in the midst of the pandemic, keeping in mind that no one should be left behind. Allow me 3 years, and also by the EU, which is Youth Engage, so that youth can be engaged constructively. Attention and you've been given, even though it's your right, but most youth across the continent haven't got that opportunity. So you need to exploit the spaces that the government has provided. You use them meaningfully so that you exploit the opportunities that will shape you to welcome Ambassador Beromo.
Joseph, thank you very much. Representative of Rwanda Governance Board. I'm very happy to join you today as we celebrate and we mark the International Day of Democracy. So I greet you all. I'm really pleased to join you today, and the reason is twofold. One is the relevance of the topic. The second one is more personal. I see in the concept note of this event, the objective of the dialogue is to provide space to youth. So being given some space, I feel younger today. So thank you again for this opportunity. You know, this is something which is being celebrated worldwide and gives us, of course, the opportunity to review the state of democracy globally. So we are very happy to be here also in Rwanda celebrating this occasion. And they hope to review and to raise awareness, of course, to you know, educate people to the principles of accountable and participatory governance, protect good governance. Democracy is an evolving concept with new opportunities for political participation, but also new challenges. So European Union is democratic account organization. This is another strong principle. We don't see this process as a kind of a governmental or, you know, cannot happen in isolation. So it's very important today. Allow me to acknowledge the excellent work and the excellent partnership we developed with Never Again Rwanda. Then, of course, we are here today and to focus, of course, as in the framework of this concept of democracy and participation. Director mentioned not only the future, let's say the role of the youth, not only in the implementation